I had to make a couple phone calls, but we're resuming exactly at where I left off. So, like I said earlier, we're heading through the one of the few neighborhoods left in northern and eastern Kettering that you guys haven't seen yet. So we're pretty much zigzagging through this neighborhood until we get to a newer neighborhood. If you're just joining the live stream, if you were in the previous live stream, I apologize for ending it. I had to make a couple phone calls, but we resumed exactly where we were left off. If you're just joining this live stream, if you were in the previous one, I apologize for ending it when I did. I had to make a couple phone calls, but we basically resumed exactly where we left off on the other one. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is the same neighborhood that I was in earlier, and this is one of the last ones that I've yet to show you guys in northern and also eastern Kettering as well. So I'm about to turn around up here in just a moment. Smithville is just in front of us, and then we'll be cutting through this neighborhood, and then we'll be going to a neighborhood with newer houses. And then I might take you guys somewhere else. It just depends on what the battery life is like. Hey Kenny, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Hey Juka, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. I'm on a electric scooter right now. I am in Ohio. So if you're just joining the live stream, and if you're on the previous one, I apologize for ending it. I had a couple phone calls I had to make, so we're still in the same neighborhood that we were previously in. Today's definitely a pretty good day. It's like in the 70s right now. It's not too hot. Has a little bit of a chill, so it's a pretty good day to be outside. Currently, it's measured in kilometers. Currently, right now, I'm hovering around 14, 15 kilometers. It's currently on what's called eco mode. I ride this most of the time so that way I can go further. But it goes up to 25 kilometers, which is roughly 15 miles per hour. So right now, it's probably going like somewhere between 7 and 10 miles per hour. Someone's getting rid of a lot of boxes. So we're about to make a right on the Culver, and that will take us to the new neighborhood I was mentioning. So this neighborhood that I'm currently in was probably built like sometime in like the 50s, 60s, somewhere in that range. That was when most of the homes were built in Kettering. While this one was, I don't know exactly when it was built, but these houses were probably built in the past 30 years or so. Excellent. Yep, that's true. Fall's coming up soon. We're still in the middle of summer, but it's coming up soon. So here's the new neighborhood I was telling you guys about. Definitely a lot different from the neighborhood you guys just saw. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue going straight, and I believe it's this street right here, but there's a street behind, and then, yeah, and this one right here links back up with this street right here, so we'll basically make a circle, so to speak. I don't know how well you guys can see it because of the houses, but up ahead and to your left is one of the Montgomery County water towers. There's actually one about 3-4 miles to the east of here that, even though it says Montgomery County on it, it's technically in Greene County. I've mentioned that on several videos in the past. Hey. So as I mentioned earlier in the live stream, most of the houses in Kettering were built in like the 50s and 60s, when a lot of people moved out here after World War II. So there are neighborhoods like this that are newer, but they're like scattered throughout the town. But the majority were built in the 50s and 60s. All right, here's the Montgomery County water tower. Very neat. That'd be very neat. I appreciate the offer. That would definitely be an interesting trip someday, like do like safaris and stuff like that. I appreciate that. Looks like they built a new school over here. Thanks. Yeah, this is a new building. I'm not quite sure what it is. Some type of preschool? Let me see if I can find something else out over here. I knew they had a football field in the back, but that was pretty much it. There's a sign for the stadium. It looks like some type of preschool. Making a right on the Glen Abbey Drive. Here, let me pull over so I can see your comment real quick. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wow. Saudi Arabia. That's neat. Wow. Neato. And I appreciate you for liking the live stream. So I'm in Kettering, Ohio right now. Here's another view of the football field right here. Thank you, thank you. About to make a left on the Dunwoody. Oh, actually, let's go over here for a moment. There's like a nice little, looks like a marshy little area. I'm from Ohio in the United States. Just outside of Dayton. Just out of curiosity, what time is it in Kenya right now? So now we're leaving the neighborhood with houses built in the past 30 years or so, and now we're going back into the neighborhood that's like most in Kettering that were built in the 50s and 60s. 9:52. All right. That's about the we're starting to slowly get darker since we're past the summer equinox, but sorry, summer solstice, but back in June, that's about the time it gets dark, like late 9 o'clock ish, early 10 o'clock. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross 4 Avenue, which is just ahead of us where the light is. And then I'll show you guys another neighborhood over there. So as I mentioned earlier, most of the houses in Kettering were built in the 50s and 60s. Some were built earlier, like there's some like older houses from like the 1800s, like scattered throughout the town. But the neighborhood I'm about to take you guys into, it's called Greenmont. It was built during the 1940s, during World War II, and the reason why is because there was a factory nearby that was making war material for the war effort, and a lot of the workers and their families lived in this neighborhood that we're about to go into. And now we are entering Greenmont. I think there's still descendants of the workers that still live here. Gotcha. So it's basically in a circular grid, kind of. There's like a little park in the middle, and then there's a school. And then right in front of us is Greenmont Park. I'll let this car pass by. So here's a little bit of the green space I was mentioning earlier, kind of in the middle of the circle. Gotcha. That they are definitely historic too. So what we'll do is we'll go around the circle, and then we'll start heading back. So if you're just joining the live stream, we're currently in the Greenmont neighborhood. This neighborhood was built in the 1940s for the war effort during World War II. There's a factory that's nearby. So it's kind of laid down like a circular pattern. And I think there's still descendants of the original workers and their families that live here. But it's one of the oldest neighborhoods in the Kettering area. So we're coming by the Greenmont School. I'll show you guys a better view when we get a little bit closer to it. All right, so right in front of us is the Greenmont School. That is. And then over here is the Greenmont Community Center. Yeah, on my channel, I make some videos of like parks and scenery and stuff like that I see. I just made a video yesterday of pictures from across the U.S. and stuff like that. I have like stuff across the U.S. I have stuff from different states. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I even have some stuff from Canada as well. But yeah, we definitely have a lot of beautiful scenery here in the U.S. But yeah, from like the documentaries and stuff like that too, I've seen a decent amount of beautiful stuff in Kenya as well, like the Savannah, Mount Kenya, and things like that. Excellent, nice. I would like that. I love history and I love the outdoors, so that would actually be perfect for me. Thank you. Whenever I do these live streams in like Kettering or any other towns in the Dayton area, I like to show like some of the history in the area and whatnot. So we just complete the circle. Greenmont Park's over there on the right. I forget which street it is, but there's this one street over here on the right that has like a little stairway that leads back to Forest. So I'm looking for that, and then we'll continue the ride, and then I'll show you guys the factory, or what's left of the factory, and also the railroad line that used to connect with the railway that used to connect with the factory. I'm currently in Kettering right now, Kettering, Ohio. Going through the historic Greenmont neighborhood built in the 1940s. There's a factory that's across the street from here that was a war material factory during World War II, and the workers for the factory lived in this neighborhood. So we're back on 4. So the factory is right over here. There used to be smokestacks, but the smokestacks aren't there anymore. There was a company that was there recently. They're not there anymore. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with the building, but that's the factory from World War II right there. It is 3:08 in the afternoon right now. And here's the old railway line. It's no longer in use, but this is it that connected it with the factory and took the goods to downtown Dayton. Very neat, wow. Yeah, that would definitely be neat to see that stuff in the wild, because I've seen them, but only in zoos. I just posted a video to my channel a couple days ago from the first time I ever saw a moose in the wild in Canada. That was definitely a neat sight. It's been a while since I've taken you guys to the left, so we're gonna head down that way. Aragon. So as you could tell by this video thus far, Kettering's a pretty big town. It's has about 55,000-ish people in it, give or take. It's the second largest suburb in Ohio, second only to Parma around Cleveland. But yeah, like, in this video, we're barely scratching the surface. It has a lot of neighborhoods in a lot of different places. Down this little road over here on the left, I'm going to show you guys one of the last few cornfields in Kettering. It's kind of hard to see because of trees, but it looks like they're growing soybeans this year. Off that way, that's like one of like 3, I think, and most of them are still in this immediate area. But yeah, before World War II, most of this area was farmland with like sporadic houses here and there. And then after World War II, a lot of people moved to this area from like Dayton and elsewhere. This used to be Van Buren Township. And then, like I said, after World War II in the 50s and 60s, a lot of people moved here. That's when most of these houses were built. And then it became the city of Kettering in the 50s. It's a little bit warmer now than what it was earlier, but at least we got a little bit of a breeze. It feels pretty good. It's probably like 80 right now, so not too bad. Normally during this time of year, it's like 90 plus a lot of times, so at least today we're not having that. Gotcha. Didn't know they grew tea in Kenya. Interesting. There's another field over here, another one of the few fields left in Kettering. You'll be able to see this one better. I think they're also doing soybeans because the corn will be a lot higher. Excellent. So there's the soybean field. So a lot of times, I don't know about every state in the country, but at least here in Ohio, the 2 most popular crops that are grown are corn and soybeans, and they typically rotate them. So both of those fields, they just saw our soybeans, and they'll probably do corn next year, and so on and so forth. So once we get to the bottom of the hill, we're going to head into State Farm Park again. So if you're new to the channel, I go through State Farm Park a lot. It's a nice big park with baseball diamonds. The little Beaver Creek flows through it. Has some trails off in the woods. Recreational bike trail that goes through it. And a little bit of this and a little bit of that. While we're at it, I'll show you a little bit of the park before we end the live stream. So now we're entering the park. On our left in the woods, that's where the trails are. We're about to cross the little Beaver Creek. So we have some baseball diamonds over here. We have a playset area over there. And then a whole lot more diamonds over there. Over here, lions are just in the zoo. Here you might see deer. Like, for example, I saw some deer off this way. I'll show you that. There were some deer off in the distance a few weeks ago. Deer, squirrels, rabbits, groundhogs, maybe the occasional possum. But that's about it. And then maybe once in a blue moon there might be coyotes. But I'm glad there aren't any lions here. Here's some birds off in the trees. So over here on the right, here's the field where I saw the deer a few weeks ago. I was actually FaceTiming my friend last night, and I rode through here, and there actually was a buck that was off over there in the trees in front of us. But the other two deer I saw a couple weeks ago were does, and they were about in this area. But they like all the vegetation off in this area. Interesting. Gotcha, nice. Over here on the right is the Sons and Daughters of Italy. This is where the like the local Italian fraternal organization. Every weekend, sorry, every weekend after Labor Day, they have the Italian festival there. I made a video there in the past, but that's definitely a neat spot to go to. So over here is where they do their bocce ball tournaments. So right now we're at County Line Road on the border between Montgomery County, where we are right now, and then Greene County is on the other side of the road. And then here's a historic home from the 1800s right here. And then over here on the right is the Ohio National Guard building. No, just in the zoos. There actually is an island in Florida that has monkeys. I think they were like brought there, and I think they like escaped or something like that, and they like live on this island, stuff like that. But besides zoos, that's the only place I can think of in the U.S. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little creek that flows right here. Okay, I see it a little bit over there, and you got cattails and etc. Excellent, yeah. That'll be neat. We're gonna make a left over here and go around the baseball diamonds. I think I'm gonna walk the rest of the way because my battery's getting kind of low, but it's all right because I'm not that far away from my place. They have a little grassy prairie over here. And then here's the baseball diamonds. There's a, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a monarch butterfly flying over there. A couple months from now, when fall starts, they'll be migrating south into Mexico for the winter, and then up in Cleveland on Lake Erie, there's like this park where they like to rest and like re-nourish and stuff like that after their fly over from Canada over Lake Erie. Never been, but I'd like to go at some point. I hear there's like thousands of monarch butterflies in that specific park. It's pretty neat. I forget, is Lake Victoria in Kenya? I forget, but Lake Erie's pretty similar to Lake Victoria. It's like humongous. Can't see the other side. We have 5 of those lakes in on the border between the United States and Canada, the Great Lakes. Gotcha, nice, yeah. But yeah, the Great Lakes are like our equivalent to Victoria, and I forget the other names of the lakes over there, but those are like our equivalent. Erie, Ontario, Michigan, Huron, and Superior. I've been to 3 of them. I've been to Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, and Lake Michigan. I haven't been to Superior and Huron, but I'd like to see them at some point. Yeah, Lake Erie's here in Ohio on our northern border with Canada, so it's not that far away, probably like a 3-4 hour drive from here. And as we end many live streams, I'm going to end it right here in front of the State Farm Park sign again. Well, that about wraps it up for the live stream. I appreciate you guys for watching it. Till the next one, please like the video, please comment on the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.